So we will log in with the next user. As you can see, we have the notification here, the notification of the work permit number. And now we should check the working box, and this notification could be inside the software or on your mobile phone or with the email. Now let's check the working box. I have the work here, and I want to check the details, so right click show related information or Ctrl E on your keyboard, and here the information could be seen. And I could make changes. For example, change a yes to no, or other modifications. So the issuing authority has access to modify the data, and we could give the right to modify the data to any user, or at this point they may upload a document, and we'll accept the work, or I could reject the work back to the subcontractor. For example, if a document is missing or if any problem, but I will accept the work at this step. Now let's check the reports and the diagram. Now at this step we accepted the work, and from line 2 we go to the next step, and the work area will be prepared. As you can see, the record has been accepted. And the step is done. We move on to the next step. Now I will log in with one of the users to check the work. Now let's check the work permit form 2. The changes I made to the details are also applied, so this form is based on the most recent changes that have been made to the work permit. And again, all of the designs, all the fields are completely customizable, and you can save the report or even export it, print it, and we can design the logos, and the rest of the information could be seen here. And the form will be completed as we move on in the flow. And this form could also be seen from your mobile phone or the web application too. So let's log in with the next user to check the flow. I'll change the user. And again, I have the notification on the right. I'll check the working box. Then I'll check the details again. and I accept the work. Let's check the reports. Now the step has been accepted and we have gone to the next step. And at this step, the subcontractor Bogon company has been notified that the step has been accepted and have to check if the controllers are in place. So we will log in with the Bogon's user. And we have the notification too. Now let's check the details. The Bogon can reject if there is any problems, if the controllers are missing. Otherwise, Bogon can accept and move on. Now we will check the reports. Bogon has accepted the work, and the next step is the owner acceptance. So we'll have to log in with the owner's acceptance user. And the notification is visible. And let's check the working box. Let's check the diagram. We are in this step, owner acceptance. So we can see the flow after Bogon's acceptance. It is in owner's acceptance status. The owner acceptance will check everything, all the details, the documents. If there is anything missing or if there any problem, they reject the work. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next step, which is the execution. I'll check the details. I can check the documents, and the documents could be accessed on the mobile phone or the web application too. We can download the documents or upload a new one. So the owner checked everything and we accept the work. Let's check the report. So the owner has accepted the work. The next step is the execution. And the responsible is the Bogon company. Now we will log in with the Bogon's user. The notification is also there. So when the Bogon completed the work, based on the various details, the validity date and the conditions of the work, they accept the work. Let's check the report. The execution is finished. Now area authority has to verify that the work has been completed or not. So we will log in with the area authority user. But before that, let's check the diagram too. So we are in the execution step. Now we'll move on to the area authority work. If the work has not been completed, we will check the validity of the permit and it will be re-evaluated. If it's completed, we'll continue to the closing permits. You have the notification, and let's check the working box. And here the area authority has to check the work's progress, and if it is complete, they can accept it. Otherwise, we will reject the work to check the validity of the permit, as it can be seen on the diagram too. If the work has been completed, we will follow these steps. So in this scenario, the work has been completed and we will choose the PA, Performing Authority, Close Permit. Now let's check the reports. So the next step is the PA Close Permit. And the work has been accepted by the area authority. So let's switch users. The notifications there, and let's check the work. PA Close Permit, and we accept the work. So let's take a look at this form again. So in the form, all the information there. We have the signatures and the controls on the base are based on the most recent changes, and here we have the signatures. As you can see, after the acceptance of other parties, you have the signatures there, for example, Bogan Company and the owner authority and all of the persons. And this form could be accessed on the mobile phone, and the flow and the persons, their signatures are also customizable based on your project flow. And you have the other formats and the printing option too. Now let's check the other report. And the PA has accepted the work. The next one is area authority. So we will log in with the next user. The notifications on the right. So let's check the working box. We'll check the information, the attachments, and we accept the work. Let's check the work permit history, the steps, and we will log in with the next user, which is the last step. The notification, the working box, let's take a look at the diagram. After the verification, we went to the performing authority, area authority, and we are in the step issue authority and finish. We accept the work and check the reports. Let's check the work permit form. Now that all the steps have finished, you can see that this form is completed and all of the signatures is below the form, and this form could later be printed and will be added to the archive, or it could be accessed on the mobile phone, or you can export it. So this was one sample of work permit flow in our system. And again, I have to emphasize that the flow that we just saw was used for this project. For other projects, we could use different flows, different people. And let's move on to some reports.